Hello everybody, I wanted to try something a little bit different on the channel today. Buying eBay as-is lots or broken lots, fixing the items, and selling them or turning them into mods. So on eBay, I'm finding a lot of lots that are basically listed in as-is sections or have the words as-is in their descriptions. And when you type as-is into the description, or I'm sorry, the search bar in eBay, you're going to find lots like I found here. It's not in the actual title of the auction. However, it is inside of the listing. And that's why it popped up. You can see this has two PlayStations, the older PSX model and the PS1 model that came out later, a lot smaller and slimmer. The analog PS1 controller, and then these two wireless controllers by Docks. 13 games in this lot, and as I mentioned, this is an as-is lot. So what I'm usually looking for in these are things like stuff that's broken that probably is something, an easy fix that probably wouldn't take too much, or maybe I might have an extra part laying around for, or something like that. And fixing it up and making it work again for a lot less money than what you would normally get. I specifically bought this because I've been doing Replay Arcade lately, and I wanted to add the PlayStation into my library, which I already have a PlayStation. I have this PSX, not this, I have a PSX, I should say. So I wanted to buy another one because I want to make a do-it-yourself tutorial with that. And $51.59 is what I ended up paying on this lot. $10.05 postage, so that's $61.64 that I ended up paying, which is not a lot of money for the items that are in this auction. Very cool. The thing about it is, one of the reasons why this guy listed this auction as an as-is auction is because he didn't test all of the games. And if you're going to sell things on eBay, then you have to make sure that what you're selling works. If you're going to sell it as it works, then you have to make sure that it works. So you can avoid having an unhappy customer who wants their money back or whatever. This person was, I hate to use the term lazy, but it's possible that he was lazy and just didn't feel like checking 13 games. Would have taken all of 20 minutes, but his laziness is my benefit, I guess, because $61.64 is it's just a terrific price for something like this. Now, he calls what I just described for you as, eBay's terms and conditions. You have to make sure it works if you're going to sell it as it works. He calls it a loophole. But whatever. This actually showed up today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Game Grumps PlayStation, and I'm going to send it off to the Game Grumps as fan art. And yeah, this box showed up, so we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing, and I'm going to show you if it works or not. Hopefully it'll work. I'm pretty sure it's going to work just fine. Well, now we're in the studio, also known as the Replay Arcade Room, and I'm just going to go through this box with you. I just opened it up, haven't really been through it. Opened up this bag and kind of went through it, and then I realized I wasn't recording. Way to go me. So I put it all back in there, and I'm going to do it all over again. Yeah, these controllers feel really cool. They're kind of strange in the, like, oblong, weird, But I kind of like the idea of using these, and I always kind of, when it came down to something like this was sort of like a new thing back when, back when I was younger and like in the mid-90s and everything. Control sticks like this, I just didn't really understand, especially with like games like Resident Evil or Tony Hawk or anything like that. I just didn't really feel an advantage to them, and I was so used to using a D-pad that I never really, just wasn't my thing. I might send that off to the Game Grumps whenever I might customize this and
dedicated to Danny or Aaron or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really digging the way these feel. And that's got like a slow motion feature on it and a turbo feature and CLR. I'm not really sure what that means. If you know what CLR means, feel free to post that in the comments below. And we've got the power cable, or a power cable, RF adapter, which is complete garbage. Not interested in that. And let's see here. What's this guy? What does this do? Oh, more RF garbage. I'm not interested in the RF garbage. Okay, and then we got a Sony adapter. It looks like, I wonder, that must have come with the PS1. I'm not really sure. I've never seen that before. But that's kind of a cool adapter. All right. And there's one more thing in here. Oh, this is the dock for the wireless controllers there. And I think there's a memory card that says T-Dog. T-Dog, this is mine now. I bought it fair and square. This belongs to me. I wonder if there's anything on it. We're going to check that out. All right, now that's empty. Let's see what else we got in here. Ooh, now this is the bag of games here. And so as I mentioned before, this is just a case for Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal 2, rather. There's no game in it. Kind of a bummer, but whatever, you know. You win some, you lose some. Apparently they lost that game. We got Tony Hawk in here. Actually, I'm kind of interested to see if that's like a scratched up disc. Wow, that disc looks like it's had it. Definitely looks like it's had it. I might do some refurbishing on some of these discs. My God. I hope that Resident Evil 2 doesn't look like that. Now, I'm not going to go through every single game and look at the back of them, but, or at least not for the video anyway, but that one doesn't look so bad. I bet that one works just fine. Alright. I am, however, NFL Game Day. I'm totally not interested in this garbage. I really don't like sports games, you know? I'm just not a fan. Tekken 2, I'm not going to worry about looking at that right now. We got Need for Speed, V-Rally, which I never ever played that. Tomb Raider garbage. Alright, Resident Evil 2. Let's take a look. Now this is actually, look at that. Win a part in the movie. So, and they're talking about the first Resident Evil movie. So this is actually, I'm going to say this is first release of the game. And I hope to God this thing is just in good condition. Okay, clear as disc. Oh, dude. Dude. All it just needs is a little cleaning. And that's going to work just fine. Let's take a look at Leon's disc. Give me the love, Leon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's in great condition. It's, you know, it's definitely nowhere near as scratched up as Tony Hawk. This is going to work. Oh, man. Looks like I got a new game to play on Replay Arcade. That's going to happen. If you're interested in seeing that, you know, hey, give the video a like, because that's going to happen. That is going to happen. All right, let's get the rest of these games out of here. Got Gran Turismo. I'm actually kind of interested to see. Oh, wow. The disc in that is missing. That's okay, though. I wasn't really too worried about Gran Turismo. And that is... Well, that disc's in good shape, too, but it doesn't say disc 1 of 2 or anything. So I wonder if that's... Maybe there was like a soundtrack in there or something? I am unsure. 1 or 2 players, 1 disc. Huh. Wonder why it came in a 2-disc thing, if it was only 1 disc. Okay, so I do have Gran Turismo. That's pretty cool. I kind of like racing games. I actually like them quite a bit. Alright, get out of there. And Jurassic Park, Crash Bandicoot 2. Yep, all the games are there. Super cool. Now then, get out of here. Okay, let's get down here into the systems. So we've got these down here. Here's the PS1. That's a heavy little thing. I'm actually pretty surprised that that's as heavy as it is. Okay, so yeah, that blockier, this actually powers up this. I never owned the PS1 model. I always had the PSX, but this seems to be in fairly decent shape, except for some reason. Oh, okay, it was just the button was a little stuck. Huh. I'm not sure if this is the one that if I'm going to keep this or not. I don't know. We'll see. I might do a giveaway with this just because. I do own another PSX, but we'll see. I kind of like the idea of having this one because it kind of will pick up. Look at that. Compared to a Nintendo, it's quite small, really. But how cool. All right, and then the PSX. Get that guy out of here. And this is the one. Oh, dude, that's super cool because it's got the video out and everything on it. You don't have to use the AV multi-out or anything. These are really cool. This is the first generation PlayStation, and this is actually what I owned when I was a kid. Seems to work great there. I'm gonna plug them in and put a game on, and I'm actually just probably gonna record that with my phone. And we'll see. I might just we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna make sure that these work. And hey, what about that, guys? Scoring stuff on eBay for dirt cheap and making something out of it and making something super cool out of it, rather, and sending it to the Game Grumps is my whole idea because I really enjoy what they do. And, you know, I mean, it's kind of a thank you for giving me inspiration to do Replay Arcade. So, anyway, let's see if these guys actually work. Okay, we're at the moment of truth here. Got the PS1 hooked up, and I don't have a game in it just yet, but we're gonna hit power. Start it up. Let's see what goes on. Aw, shit, nickel. So it starts up, and I'm just gonna grab the first game here. You can kind of hear a buzzing happening. It's possible that's from the component cables going in. Alright, so we got this here. So what kind of condition this game is in? Testable condition. So we're going to throw that in, and close her up, and see what happens here. Now that's new. I haven't ever seen that before. So it says memory card. Oh, there it goes. So it's loading up, and I'm just gonna grab the controller here, and we'll see what happens. How exciting! See, that's the fun thing about this. Like, what happens is people are usually, when it comes down to an as-is sale, what's happening is that people are somewhat, whoa, people are somewhat lazy when it comes to selling stuff on eBay. So rather than sit down and test all the games and test and make sure that the consoles work, they'll just label it as is. That way they can get away with, you know, not testing it. They can just sell it that way. So far we're looking good. At least on this machine, everything's looking fine. Hit start, it's starting up. So this is a score. This PlayStation works. Isn't that like the most awesome shit? You find something on eBay for a serious deal, and I'm telling you, 2 PlayStations plus all those 13 games for $61 is a phenomenal deal. So I'm gonna put the camera down for a second, and we're gonna test the other PlayStation and make sure it works too. All right, so upon putting in the T-Dog's old memory card, you can see that there's some Gran Turismo games and just a couple of other games in there. So there actually were games on the machine, and yes, the machine is powering up. Now I went ahead and put in the wireless controller which also seems to be working. Yeah, it has to be kind of like aiming at a certain, you have to kind of have it like in this area. Like when I was up here, for some reason, if I'm up here and I'm pushing up, it's not receiving it down there, but I think that's just, you know, old technology. So anyway, let's exit out of this. Yeah, so the wireless controller is working, and I've got Resident Evil 2 in there. I'll close it up and let this guy load up. I'm super excited. I really hope that my dreams come true right now. Oh yes. Loads up. Man. Like, what a, you know, it's astounding to me that people are so lazy that they can't just sit around and check these things. I mean, it doesn't take but 20 minutes, you know, to check a machine and make sure it works. That way you can sell it for top dollar, but some people must have all the money and not enough time. So, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, how beautiful things are. Now again, there's kind of a buzz that happens, and I'm thinking that it's definitely something to do with this. Luckily with this thing though, since it has the RGB on the back of it, maybe the Game Grumps have, I can send them, you know, the RCA cables, rather, not RGB, but RCA cables. And that way there's no buzz and they can actually use it. I might actually check because it's got to be that, because it did it on both systems. So it's not that one's faulty and the other one isn't. So let's go down to new game, just for the sake of doing so. Oh, not options, new game. And yes. Oh, normal. Resident Evil 2. Fuck yeah, dude. Boy, that thing makes a lot of noise. It's as if I've got a robot in the store with me. In the studio. Yeah, buddy. How cool is that, guys? So, just a little update. This is definitely happening now. And since I've got another system added to the collection here, I used to have all these systems, but I sold them, you know. And now I'm kind of like gaining some stuff back. And here in just a second, I'm going to show you how far along I am on... We're just going to turn this off. How far along I am on the PlayStation 4 that I'm working on. And then I've been promising you there will be a do-it-yourself tutorial. I'm actually going to do a do-it-yourself tutorial on this system as well for the Game Grumps. And I'll be teaching you guys how to do a sound bite. So you'll be able to... Whenever you push power, the idea is when they push power, it's going to go, hey, I'm Grump, I'm not so Grump, you know, and it'll play their theme song. So that's something that I'm going to teach you guys how to do, to where you could just put a soundbite into your console, and you can have it do whatever you want it to do whenever you turn it on. So how cool is that going to be, right? All right, now I'm going to show you what's going on with the PlayStation 4 I'm working on. Okay, so I just got the clear coat on this last night, and I don't know if you can see that, but there is a nice, beautiful shine to it. These two holes here are meant to house the purple LEDs, and this is going to sit over the top of that. It'll kind of suspend above like that, and then when you turn it on, it'll illuminate a purple glow underneath. And you can see I've got 1, 2, and 3 holes here. Those also house LEDs, and then this here will sit over the top of it, and then that way this will also illuminate purple underneath of the whole thing here. So that'll be super cool. And yeah, you know, it's just kind of a work in progress, but it's almost finished. I gotta flip these over tonight, and I'm gonna clear coat the top part of it here. It's the thing about PlayStations, you have to clear coat them and paint them. It takes about 4 days to do that, because you gotta let it dry before you can flip it over. And yeah, so lots of work left to do on this, but this will be done super soon, and this tutorial will come out before the PlayStation 1 tutorial does. So alright guys, I'm really excited about the eBay junk, and honestly, I can't thank you guys enough for checking out the video, for sticking with me and subscribing, telling your friends about me, guys. Thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.